Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you some of the pieces I own that were made by the preeminent silver artist that came out of Taxco, who actually came from the United States. He was an American, but he was credited with reviving the silver industry in Taxco and in Mexico, and that person is no other than William Spratling. Now, if you're into collecting vintage Taxco or Mexican silver, you undoubtedly would have heard of William Spratling, and all the credit that's given to him is he's really deserving of all the honors and the credit that has been given. He is known as the father of modern Mexican silver, and really this is one case where the name really lives up to the talent really lives up to the name. He was really talented. He created a revolution in the silver industry in Mexico, in Taxco. Now, the piece I have here is kind of like a theme I have today, and you will kind of like realize that after I'm done showing all my pieces. But this is actually the first Spratling piece I've ever owned. You can see. And it's a touchstone piece for me because I was really awestruck by its craftsmanship, by its simplicity and its beauty. This is a work of William Spratling. Before I get into this piece though, let me read from the book written by Mr. Billy Hogarth, Mexican Silver Hallmarks, to tell you a bit about William Spratling. William Philip Spratling, 1900-1967, generally regarded as the most influential designer in Mexico. American-born William Spratling was instrumental in helping rekindle the ashes of the silver design industry in Taxco. Spratling became a catalyst for the Neo-Aztec movement in Mexican silver design. His mark is respected as an international byword for quality. William Spratling settled in Taxco in 1929. In 1931, he established his shop, Taller de las Delicias, to create and sell his jewelry and other crafts. Many of the gifted designers and silversmiths who worked for Spratling in the 1930s and 1940s expanded his design impact after launching their own successful careers. By 1944, well over 300 persons were employed by Spratling. Spratling also sold jewelry at Montgomery Ward during World War II. Between 1940 and 1945, some Spratling designs were produced in silver plate by Victor Silson's company Silson. Between 1949 and 1950, some of Spratling's designs were produced and sold by Conquistador in Mexico City. Those items that were produced at Conquistador facilities are marked with Spratling's Eagle 13 and the Conquistador shield, a conquistador riding on a horse. Some of the designs produced under the Conquistador contract were actually made at Spratling's workshop. These pieces are also marked with Eagle 13 but do not include the Conquistador shield. Okay, so back to my piece now. This is one of his more well-known pieces. He did a series of tulips, and this is kind of like an interesting pin. You have a tulip here that's made out of 925 sterling silver, and on the other end another tulip, but it's carved out of amethyst, and so you have two kind of like two-sided tulips with a silver bar in the middle. Yeah, and you will see at the back the pin. Let me try to open this, but it's kind of like tight. But like I said, this was the first Spratling piece I've ever owned, and you will see his hallmark there is a conjoined WS for William Spratling. It says Spratling, made in Mexico, surrounded by that in a circle, and then Spratling silver right there. So this was my very first Spratling piece. I really like it. Let me show you another piece. This is my next piece. You notice something? Yes, it's another tulip. Next one in his series of tulip designs. This one also an amethyst tulip, but this time instead of a silver tulip on the other end, we actually have a hand with a big bow around the wrist, kind of like holding up the tulip as like a torch. Very interesting. Amethyst, and then a hand holding up a tulip. This is one of his more well-known designs as well, copied by many others. And also yeah, there's actually a set of besides the pin, there's also an earring with the same, a necklace with the same motif. Some people say that this was actually modeled after Spratling's own hands. So again, you'll see the back of the piece. The back of the piece. There's his hallmark over there, WS conjoined, Spratling, made in Mexico, and then Spratling silver over here. You will notice this is a sign that this is a rather old piece, maybe from the 1930s. The way the clasp is shaped, you know, it's not the rolling one, but rather like a hook, and then you just attach the pin to it, kind of like hold it up like that. Another beautiful piece, and I believe this was my second or third Spratling piece, maybe. Okay. Alright, let me show you another piece from my collection. This kind of like completes, I think, the Tulip series from my collection. It's a pair of earrings, completely made out of silver, of sterling silver. No stones, no amethyst. But yeah, these are the Spratling tulip earrings. See, they're beautiful tulips, very similar to this this one, but in this case these are like screwback earrings with Spratling hallmark right there, kind of like a cartouche kind of a hallmark. Yeah, and these are the earrings from Spratling. Yeah, so I'm thinking that this will just be maybe the first in a series of Spratling design and Spratling work that I will be making a video of. And he was a very prolific designer and silversmith. Really, you can, you know, and from his mind kind of like came different sorts of items that became inspiration for many other silversmiths. And he was quite a person. He was responsible, literally, for turning the silver industry upside down in Mexico, and he did so quite successfully, quite a good businessman, excellent businessman, as well as an educator. And I'm looking forward to telling you more about him. Of course, if you're so inclined, do some research on him. I would encourage you to learn about his life. They even made a Warner Brothers movie about his life back in the day. That's how famous he was, and you can even catch that movie on YouTube. Yeah, but wonderful, wonderful, marvelous artist, and I'm so pleased to have some of his pieces in my collection, and I'm really quite honored to have, you know, some of his work. Like I said, you know, this is the type of work that, you know, there is no need to exaggerate really his work. When you see it, it is quite synonymous with quality. So thank you so much for being with me today, and allowing me to share some of my Spratling pieces with you. I hope you learned something, and if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe mark there, as well as the notification bell to let you know if there's a new video that's out. In the meantime, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.